Today in this video we're going to show you how to modify the shift knob from a third generation Tacoma to add a button for the ECT power. In the kit we're offering, these are the components that will come with it. You get a pre-wired button, a wiring harness, and then the connector for the button. We modified the knob that has the leather with the plastic trim. The SR5 knobs can also be modified for a button. These knobs are solid rubber, so nothing comes apart. They can be modified. All you have to do is just drill, two intersecting holes so you can run the wire through. All right, here are the tools you're going to need. You're going to need a drill, a quarter, 5/16 and 3/8 drill bit, a side cutter's needle nose, a flat screwdriver, and just something round to go into the knob for clamping. The first step to modify the knob is to remove this trim piece. To do that, we'll just stick a screwdriver in the end and push up. You'll hear it pop off. And then work your way along the side. Just be careful not to dig into the fake leather with your screwdriver. The second step, you'll need to mark where we're going to drill and make an impression with something that's about 3/8 diameter. The buttons usually go about 1 1/8 inches from the bottom and 1/2 inch over. Essentially, the drill is going to wind up about in this area. So somewhere around in here is fine. So I'll just take the back side of this drill and push down to leave an impression. And what that impression is going to do is we need to remove the faux leather because we just don't want it to try to drill through that fabric. So now to cut the fabric away, there's different things you could use. If you just had a utility knife, you could probably use that. When I do mine, I have a hollow punch. Someone on Tacoma World suggested using a soldering iron, so I'm going to try that because that might be a clean, easy way to do it. So I melted some of the surface away. Again, we just don't want to try to drill through that fabric. When I modify these in the shop, I have a fixture and I drill and tap the hole for an 8mm thread. I'm assuming most people won't have a drill and tap set, especially for metric. So 8mm is about 5/16. So we're just going to drill a 5/16 through the side, and like I said, we're going to try to end up in between this plastic wall and this plastic lug here. So after we get the hole drilled through the side, we're going to need a hole in the bottom for the wires. And I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drill for that. Next step is just to run the wires in. And for that, we leave the connector off. And that is a nice tight fit, even though it's not tapped. I'm running the wires. And we'll just want to put the heat shrink tubing on, and then snap the connector on. The trim piece will also need to be modified before it can go back on, because the button is going to be in the way. So you'll just want to cut this off. So we just cut half of that piece off there, and then snap it on. It's done.